everybody. Welcome in to Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm your host and moderator, Sherelle Roberts, and we're here with the Let's Talk team. We've got Susan Mills, Kim Dixon, and Lisa High. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy to be back.
Okay, so it's not just us. Every single person that I've talked to this week has been like, this has been the longest week ever. I don't know why.
I don't either.
I don't know why, but we are going to bring some sunshine to the gloom of your week. We have an amazing show today. I'm excited about it. Let's get it rolling. Okay, first up, let's talk about the City of Lexington's budget. So Mayor Linda Gordon has laid out her proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year, and there's going to be a really big focus on public safety. So the whole budget is $531 million. It's going to focus on homeless prevention and public safety issues that we know need to be tackled in Lexington. So with that money, there's going to be a new public safety training facility. We're going to get more officers, more police cars, and 25 more flock license plate camera readers. Remember, we've talked about this plenty of times. So that will bring the total in the city to 125. And then, and this is where I'm really honing in, the mayor also wants money for a private DNA testing lab, which would allow us to test our DNA samples here instead of having to send them out to the state lab in Frankfort. So we have a little soundbite from the mayor. Let's listen to that here.
Public safety this year is the largest share of our general fund, and it's 56%. We are going to go ahead and privatize our DNA testing. This is a big deal. We've got $150,000 in the budget to do this, and this accelerates our violent crime investigations, and it helps us identify the perpetrators quicker.
So I'm really excited. There's lots of things here, but I'm going to hone in on the DNA testing. So when I was working at the police department, unfortunately, I had watched too many episodes of CSI. And you know, on CSI, the crime happens. They go to the crime scene an hour later. They scoop up the DNA. They take it to the lab. They get the results 30 minutes later. They arrest the suspect 2 hours later. Boom, boom, bam. They go to court. It's over. That is not how it happens in real life. And so one of the big things that happens is once we get DNA in Kentucky, almost every police department has to send it off to the state lab. So that's 120 counties sending their DNA tests to the state lab. It can take anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks to get the DNA results back. So having this lab here in Fayette County is going to make a huge difference for crimes and potentially for rape kits too.
Yes.
This is huge.
Yes.
That is awesome.
I mean, my gosh, you can, you know, criminals can escape and disappear. They can go to other countries. I mean, 6 weeks, 9 weeks, that's a heck of a long time.
Sure
I'm so glad to see this. I really am. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, 9 weeks you can get plastic surgery and be completely a different person. There's a James Bond movie that deals with that. But
Kim, it sounds like you've planned this all out. I mean, nose job first, then.
So that'll be interesting. But then I hadn't heard much about this public safety training center, so that'll be cool. So there will be a lot to watch. But Lexington, the growth is exploding here, and so we do need more public safety services. So it'll be interesting to see. Now Richmond, boy oh boy, they've been busy too. So a former EKU professor has been sentenced. The U.S. Attorney's Office says that a guy there, he was a professor at their school, had been planting cameras in the bathroom and the locker room for like more than a decade.
Oh.
Oh.
So disgusting.
More than a decade. And so he was sentenced. It was from 2009 to 2003. And so he took a plea deal. And as a part of his plea deal, I think he got 18 years.
Wow.
How in the world did it go on for that long?
I know.
My thing is, what was he doing with 18 years worth of bathroom video? And it was in the men's bathroom. Because normally we, and men are just in there doing, they're not thinking somebody's planting a camera. Yes.
that is awful.
It really is.
Yeah, so he got sentenced, at least they got caught.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm surprised
exactly.
like a custodian or somebody didn't notice this camera. I mean, honestly.
They weren't cleaning the toilets good enough. They were scrubbed up.
Or the showers, you know? I mean,
I know.
Oh,
He
gosh.
had all that time to advance his technology, I guess, too, over that many years.
Oh,
My
that's
Replace
goodness.
the
awful.
cameras.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
exactly.
awful.
It really is.
Yeah, so anyway, that's our public safety block. Stay with us. Coming up after the break, I'm so excited. Our guest at the table is Judge Lindsay Hughes Thurston. So excited. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. I am so excited to welcome our guest to the table today with the Let's Talk team. It's Judge Lindsay Hughes Thurston. Okay, so Judge Thurston serves as the Fayette District Court Judge for the 3rd Division. She oversees both criminal and civil cases and juvenile and drug courts. You are super busy. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here.
Now, you made me put on my high heels today because I've been wearing tennis shoes for a little while. But Judge Thurston always looks so amazing. Always looks so amazing. It's like you're serving looks and serving justice at the same time.
That's what I try to do every day.
So tell us about your journey to becoming a judge.
Well, it was, I think, a fairly typical one. I've been in public service my entire career. I started out clerking for a judge, and it was a strong female judge, Judge Sheila Isaac, who is now retired. And she sort of gave me the confidence and the ambition. I then went on to work as a prosecutor, both at the county and federal level. Spent some time in state government in Frankfort, and then in 2018 decided I was going to run. And it's an honor of a lifetime.
So I met you long before you were a judge. I met
Yes.
you when you were a prosecutor.
Yes, you were at the police department.
I did, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, that lady is so cute, so short, and so tough.
You know what? I like all of those descriptors.
And it's
I'll
like
take it.
you are very little, but when you walk into a room,
You own
everybody
it.
stops.
I pack a punch.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, you do. I'm so honored to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, you recently partnered with Judge Melissa Murphy,
Yes.
And others,
Yes.
to create a juvenile treatment court.
Yes.
Can you tell us about this, because it's amazing?
It's my favorite thing to talk about. Yes, Judge Murphy and I have been friends for nearly 25 years. And we sort of had parallel career paths. And while we were running, we decided, you know, there's a need for an extra touch to our juvenile justice system. And what I mean by that is a lot of our kids are struggling. And we are just now at the point where we're talking about mental wellness more, especially coming out of COVID. And our juvenile treatment court, it's an alternative sentencing court, so it's a diversionary court. And we have an amazing woman. Her name is Kiwi Figs. She's 28 plus year social worker, Fayette County Public Schools. She is our program coordinator, and she cares for these kids more than she cares for herself. And we would not be able to do it without her. But we've so far had 5 graduates, and you know, we're meeting these kiddos in where they are. We're providing them with mental health services, educational services. They do community service. They do yoga. We have a few who have started classes at BCTC.
Oh,
and it's such an honor to watch these kiddos, and they're grateful just for the extra time and commitment.
So instead of going to jail and being thrown away, they get programming and help.
Yes, and you know, Judge Murphy and I like to remind everyone, our juvenile justice system, it works. It is a restorative. It's not, you know, it's not throw them in jail and throw away the key. It is a restorative model. But with the mental health crisis that we have seen in our kiddos, we just thought this was an extra need, and so we're addressing it, and we're so happy because we've been in business, as we say, for about 2 years now, and again, we've had 5 graduates. We absolutely could not do it without our community partners. Our other judges on the Fayette District Court bench have supported us. NAMI, Fayette County Public Schools, the Lexington Fayette Urban County government has invested in us. They see the need and they see the value, and we are just eternally grateful to be able to do this.
Big deal.
Wonderful.
Judge Thurston, what
Yes.
you and Melissa Murphy are doing, it's to the benefit of our entire community in Lexington. I just wanted to say that. But Fayette County has so many women judges, and tell us how that affects our judicial system right here in Fayette County.
I tell you, it is really exciting. There are women everywhere, and they're strong women, and they are committed women, and there are 11 of us, and we pass each other in the parking garage from time to time and high five each other. But you know, it is so inspiring, and I hope it's inspiring for other little girls out there who, you know, may have never thought of this as an option for them, but they can get up every day and put on that black robe just as easily as a man can.
Oh, I love it.
And we, you know, we're so blessed. We have 11 of us here. In Jefferson County, there's even more. So I think you're definitely seeing a turn in our system. That women are, not that men do it badly, but we do it well and maybe a little bit differently. And that's not such a bad thing. So yeah, it's fun. And I don't know if you all have seen the picture. Again, Judge Murphy had this idea where we were all going to get out in the middle of the street and take a picture together. So we did. Whatever she thinks, we're going to do it, you know. She's like, I'm like, okay, you figure it out. We'll be there. So all of us are in our robes in the middle of the two courthouses.
That's awesome.
And it's just a powerful picture. And I like to look at it every now and then and just say, I know all of these women. I know how amazing their careers have been. And this is, you know, for some of us, just the beginning. And we're just here to watch each other and support each other.
I love that. I really do. So, Judge Thurston, what is one of your favorite memories from being on the bench?
So I have a lot. It's hard to drill that down. You know, there are some funny ones that I can't share on TV. But the most uplifting and inspiring ones are, I think, after our drug court graduations. And I highly recommend for you all to come to a graduation just to see how it works. You know, recovery is possible, and a lot of these graduates have conquered their beginning battle of addiction. You know, it is a lifetime journey. But after they've completed the program, they have gotten their children back. They've purchased a house. They've purchased a car. They're now managers of whatever, you know, business they're working in, and those are the stories that mean something to your heart, you know, and that you are actually making an impact and that you're making a change in people, because people matter, right? And we're all just trying to walk each other home at the end of the day. And drug court and our juvenile treatment court graduates, those are the best memories so far.
That's wonderful.
So, Judge, thank you. I mean, I was just leaning and I was like, we can listen to this all day. And you're not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
Judge Thurston is going to stick around because we have created a game just for her that she's going to play with us after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show. Okay, Judge Lindsay Hughes Thurston is still with us. And before the break, she told us about when Judge Melissa Murphy made them all stand in the street and take a picture. And our director found that picture. He's so good. Let's take a look at it here.
There it is.
That.
I love it.
That is girl power.
It is just pure power. Yes.
Those are change makers right there.
Yes.
Love it. Okay, so now we're going to play a new game that we created just for Judge Thurston, and it's called Don't Judge Me. All right. So during this game, I will ask and we will answer a series of really embarrassing questions, and then Judge Thurston is going to weigh in. She will either say, I'm judging you, or not guilty, and then she'll explain her verdict. Okay, you ready, Judge?
Ready.
All right.
I'm not ready.
Not ready.
Forgot my gavel.
So here is the first question. So this is going to be for Kim. What is your most bizarre nickname?
Ooh. Scooter.
Scooter? Okay.
I wouldn't walk when I was little, even though I could. I would just drag myself around on my butt across the floor. And they
like a
called me
dog?
Sort of, yeah. Only with pants on and not that part. But yeah, they called me Scooter.
Did you have older siblings?
No.
No. Okay.
My parents and my cousins did it to me.
I thought maybe they would have, picked you up so you wouldn't have had to have walked. But
Oh,
okay.
they didn't care.
I'm still not. I'm going to go with not guilty. It's.
All right.
seems tame. Okay.
Yeah, that's very tame.
Okay.
I've heard worse. I've been called worse. Yes.
Okay. All right, here's our next question. And this one is for Lisa.
Oh, yes, of course it is.
Have you ever lied about your age, Lisa?
Oh my gosh, Sherelle. Okay, so when I was in Nashville, my previous life I was singing, okay? I was a singer, songwriter, and I went down to Nashville for a few years. And I was a little older, you know, I was 29, 30-ish, and so I kept my age at around 25 most of the time that I was down there. I lied about it so much I forgot my actual age. I kid you not. I forgot. Somebody asked me what my real age was. I was like, am I 31? What year was I born? I had to do the subtraction and everything, so yeah.
First of all, math is very hard.
Yes, thank you.
But I'm going to go with not guilty.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yes.
Not guilty.
Really?
A woman of the people.
I want to hear the judicial opinion on this one. So, not guilty.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Okay, all right.
Don't you debate it.
Look, I'm over here
taken.
I'm
She
over
is
here
the
trying
judge.
to be the appeals court. I'm
I mean, I can understand the environment in which you were operating.
Yes.
There were probably a lot of younger people trying to get in her way.
That's right. That's right.
So she had to stand her ground.
Uh-huh. With a few fibs.
Yeah. Not guilty.
Thank you.
Harmless.
I love you. I love you.
All right, up next on Don't Judge Me, here is the question, and this one is going to be for Susan. What's the worst thing you do if you could be invisible?
Gosh, I don't know if it would be the worst.
No, we want to know the worst,
worst?
Susan.
I have a particular ex.
Particular one.
She
A
is going
particular
there.
one. And I would like to go back to the state of California and play a joke on him. Like, just like a prank. Like, follow him around, like, one day and just put, like, little things in his path. Just to,
Like to remind him of you?
no.
Oh, just in
to,
general.
like, what he would be like, what is going on? You know, like, just, I don't know.
Like a little ghost, like
a
freaking
little
him
ghost.
out. Oh,
yeah, freaking him out.
I fully support this. As long as it's harmless, fully support. Not guilty.
Oh, man.
I need something juicier.
Okay, Sherelle, you haven't had one yet.
All right,
Yeah.
it's getting juicy. I think this is the one that I'm nervous about. Okay, let's do the next one. Okay, yeah. I got a bad one. All right, what's the grossest smell that you secretly enjoy? I'm going to take this one.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Okay,
You
so
were shaking about this.
I know it's bad. So remember when you were little and your mom says, wash your belly button, right?
No.
Because you know that, like, when you're little, that belly button, when you get in there, and
Yes.
how the belly button smell can get really bad. As a little kid, I secretly liked that belly button smell. I kind of still like it.
I'm totally judging you.
No, everyone at home is like, is there something to this?
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to admit this, but I'm kind of with you. I know what you mean, and I don't understand myself.
It's a weird but kind of interesting smell. I don't know.
It is.
Okay, last question. I think we have one more. Do we have one more? Okay. All right. Everybody has to answer this one. It's going to be like a yes or no.
Oh gosh.
Would you marry a rich guy even if you weren't in love? We'll start with Lisa and go down the line.
Oh gosh. Oh, I mean, I'm madly in love with my husband, and you know, we do okay. So you know, I'm happy there. But if if that wasn't the case, yes, I would do it. I'm sorry, I would.
Kim, would you marry a rich guy even if you weren't in love?
My husband told me to.
Oh, okay.
Adam said, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But if someone really...
So he's going to be the side hustle going on. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but he said he told me to do it. I didn't even offer that information. He told
Okay.
me.
Susan, would you marry a rich guy even if you weren't in love?
Absolutely.
You
absolutely
would?
not. No, absolutely not. Like, absolutely.
Your words.
No, I wouldn't.
Your words totally gave it away, though.
Oh my God. Okay.
I would not.
Sherelle, would you marry a rich guy if you weren't in love? I am so torn on this, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I would the
Sherelle.
money.
I don't believe you.
No, I'm being
I
dead
don't.
serious.
I don't
I'm being
believe
dead
it.
serious. Okay, so Judge, where do you land on this? Would we be guilty or not guilty if we were yes or no?
I'm gonna have to not be able to find a verdict.
Oh,
Yeah.
no verdict.
No
Wow.
verdict.
No verdict.
Hung jury.
All right.
Because what if the rich man liked to travel a lot?
Yeah.
And you know, travel the world. And
Companion-
then come back to your
Yeah.
situation.
Yes.
Companionship.
This is getting more
Companionship is
complicated.
important.
It's getting very complex.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say I'm unable to render a verdict.
All right, unable to render a verdict. Okay,
take it.
everybody, let's give a hand for Judge Thurston
Yes.
for our first ever Don't Judge Me. Okay, y'all, stay with stay with us. Coming up after the break, somebody decided to cover Katy Perry's Roar. You're not gonna believe who it is. All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. We want to thank Judge Thurston so much for being with us today.
So much fun.
She is a woman who certainly roars, and we are going to end the show with a new music video that's come out from Peppa Pig covering Katy Perry Roar. See y'all later.